台下。Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I think you must know what the car slave is meaning. Are you a car slave?
No.
I hope the answer is no. Credit card and cash card are used widespread. Many people use them just to buy what they want to buy. But I want to ask them a question. Before you doing so, have you ever thought about the after effect? I think the answer is no. Okay, because according to the Controlling Organization's survey, there are already 510,000 car slaves in Taiwan area. Wow, what an amazing number. So, okay. Now, I'd like to divide car slaves into two kinds. First kind is the car slaves who is willing to pay the debt but doesn't have ability to do. And the second kind is car slaves who is unwilling to pay the debt and also doesn't have ability to do. The second kind is a faithless one. No wonder their credence must be bad. But today, I don't want to persuasive. Don't be a car slave. It's a little difficult for contemporary. Contrarily, I want to persuasive you to be a car slave, but who is willing to pay his or her own debt. When you also face now I want to ask you a question. When you also face the situation that you owe the bank too much money to pay, what will you do? I think the first and the best you can do is to negotiate with the bank. But trust me, the way is only useful for the first kind that I talk about. Because negotiating with bank is useless for the second kind. Okay, you can continue. Okay. It's useless for the second kind because they don't have full sincerity to pay back their debt. Sorry. Sorry. Negotiating with bank is just useful for the first kind that I've talked about because maybe after negotiating, the bank will allow them a discount or postpone the debt. The way is really useless for the second kind because their sincerity is not available. Their credence is too poor to be trusted by the bank, let alone the bank will give them any tolerance. Now, I'd like to tell you the way that some car slaves prefer to do. Recently, I read a paper that talks about car slave situation. It's mentioned that many car slaves evade their debt by bankruptcy. As long as they apply for bankruptcy, their debt will be cancelled out. But there is no free lunch. Not everyone has qualification to apply for bankruptcy. First, you must have property. If you have nothing, you will fail the application. And second, you have to publish your bankrupt identity to your creditor in the newspaper. And if you lose the step, you will also fail the application. But let's turn to another condition. If you have pasted the application, the after effect is also not only to afford, because your personal freedom will be limited, and there are 150 kinds of job you can do within 7 years. And the privacy of yours will be frozen. In my conclusion, I just want to ask, why don't we be a sincere borrower? Good credit makes future loans easier. Evading your debt again and again is not a solution. It's just speed up your credit worse and worse. Even though you don't have enough money to pay the debt, but in my opinion, credit is more important than anything. Without that, you will have nothing. Finally, the other important thing is to think over before you use credit card and cash card. Control your desire. Control,再control the desire, and don't buy too much luxury goods or unnecessary goods with credit card or cash card, unless you've saved money already. Okay, thank you for listening.